Hello, Wolf Outdoor Review here. Today I'm going to be going over the Generation 1 ECWCS Woodland M81 Camouflage Parka. This is I recent acquire because my last video on this kind of parka went viral and it's my most viewed ever video. And a lot of people had some good comments and questions, so I thought I would do an actual review where I measure everything, like the pockets, and show off a lot more stuff. Because in the last video I did on this, I cut off my face in the camera shot, and it was one of my first videos, so I was still figuring out camera angles and lighting. So in this video I will be doing an actual review of this, with measurements and all the whole 9 yards. So without further ado, here is the ECWCS Generation 1 Parka review. Alright, to start out, we're going to start here. Different to the Generation 2, the Generation 1 has this liner, as you saw in the last video. Well, I don't know, actually. And the difference between the two, all of the generations, is the addition of this. Right here, this is the fur Ruff hood attachment point, and I will show you later what that looks like. But anyway, yeah, this is the Generation 1. So the one I had previously on my channel, that was actually a early generation. So it was a experimental of this, where they tried not having a hood attachment, and it was more of a duckbill shape. This is one that has the duckbill shape, but it has rivets on it. And then here we have the name thing, and it's pretty much the same as the previous ones. A little bit different than the Generation 2, and a little bit different than the Generation 1 previous, or experimental Generation 1, in the fact that up here, for example, there isn't a liner anymore. So on the experimental one, there's a liner separating this. So you have two little shelves on the shoulder pouch. And you had a cutout for a pencil to go through the top. That was removed. Other than that, yeah, the hood's completely different. But other than that, it remains the same. But I thought I would do a review, more in-depth review of this, where I would be measuring everything. So I'm going to zoom in the camera and I'll just give you exact measurements of this, because I figure that might help people so you can know what you can carry in this. I love this. So yeah, zoom in here on the corner. Try to zoom in there on the pockets. There. Of course. There we go. And all right. So, first of all, the pockets. We're going to put you out of the way. There you go. Okay. When it comes to the outside pocket, where you can put your hands in it, in the this pocket here, this is all, take this all with a grain of salt. This is all for size small, regular, which I'll show you the tag later. But this is just a overall what you should expect kind of size. So it's either this or a little bit larger. So this will be the baseline, unless there's an extra small parka, which in that case it's probably only a few centimeters difference, but you get the idea of what it is. So to start off, this going up and down, this is 11 1/4. Then side to side, this pocket is 10 3/4. And then you have this snow collar, and its length is 8 inches, exactly. And then as for the concealable pockets on the inside, the experimental jacket had this covered up, so it was the same material, so you could not tell that there was a pocket here. because it all looked the same. The liner covered everything, and it was. But now with the real Generation 1, they added a different material so you could denote which was pockets, or what have you, anyway. So, when it comes to these pockets, it is, at its tallest point, 15 1/2 by, at its widest point, 10 5/8. And the opening you have to work with to put stuff in and out is, being generous, exactly it is 10 1/4, but realistically, because it's Velcro, I would say it's 10 exactly. 10 inches exactly. So that is the same on both sides. Each of these has, the pockets and the snow collar. What other measurements is there? If you're wanting to know, the snapped rivets on these are exactly, let's see, where's the line? Around 3/8 sized. So 3/8 rivets if you have to replace them, because my Generation 2 needs replacing. Okay, I'm gonna check the camera's still in frame, and then I will move it. So now I'm going to flip it over and I'll show you the pockets details on the outside. Okay, so if you're looking here, I gave you the dimensions, but here you have Velcro. I have to zoom in again. Okay, so you can see here, we have 2 pieces of Velcro bordering a single snap. So you can either Velcro it loosely or snap it if you don't want to lose something. The pockets also go up farther, so it's not just a wide or a diagonal pocket, but you have access up here so you can put a square item. And with the threshold given, you have probably about 7 1/8 space to work with to get width for the slit. And yeah, so you got plenty of room to work there. But yeah, now I'm gonna flip this over and I'll zoom back out and go over the outside stuff. So there. Now I'll zoom out and zoom in here on that. Alright, now here we are at the side. It would be your left side around the bicep pocket. And this is useful for holding a phone or whatever you want, really. It's got one shelf and then an internal mini one. So you've got I'll do dimensions and I'll hold it up more closer to the camera so I can show you. But you are looking at a pocket that has a supposed width of 3 5/8, but there's also, that's pleated, so it makes a box shape like this going down. So that's here to here. Whereas, so in all reality, I guess, yeah, 3 5/8 versus, and then depth-wise, you're looking at about 5/8. And lengthwise, realistically, you're looking at 6 5/8. And then the lid comes down over it. And it's Velcro. The Velcro is exactly 3 inches long. Yeah, and then internally you have a pencil pocket thing. And it is, let's see if I can't get this out of here. even a little bit. As you can see right here, there's a pencil pocket, or whatever, a knife, whatever. And it is 1 3/4. And then the length, and then it is inset from what the real pocket lip is. It's depth. It's set in a little bit, so it is set in 7/8. Yeah, so it's set in 7/8. This pocket is great because you can hold power banks or food, whatever you want. Yeah, so that is going over that. I'm going to see if my camera's lined up, and it is. Next, we're going to be going over the rank tab. I use that to hold gloves onto my front when I have to take a call or something, because a lot of my gloves don't have touchscreen capabilities, or they've rubbed off. So if you're looking at this, this has a triangle on the front. So I'm going to be taking measurement based on where if it was gone, and it is 3 1/4 by 1 3/8. But if you include the triangle, it is 3 5/8. And then the snap here. So from the snap, which I'll put that there. So with the total working space of 2 1/8, because you have the snap and then the webbing, so it's not, you don't get that much space as what you would think. So that is the dimensions of that. It has a storm collar here, so it covers the zipper, and then you can put your zipper pulls in between the two layers, so it sandwiches them, so rain and water can't get in. And you've got a 2 7/8 size storm collar, and my particular jacket storm collar goes to be 29 1/8, but that's size small, so if you get any other size it'll be different. I'm not sure how much, but everything I say, take it with a grain of salt, because this isn't a one size fit all. Next, we're going to pull over a sleeve. These are really nice, because my old jacket I had was oversized, and the sleeves were as well, so this was perfectly my size. And here we have Velcro that is 4 7/8, and you have an adjustment size of 1 1/2. So you can adjust it any way you want. And the length of the sleeve is 6 1/2. So you've got 6 1/2 laying flat to work with. But yeah, it's really nice. And I don't know if you can see here, but you don't get that lining all the way. Once you get to the cuts, it turns into the waterproof material. So if you do get snow up it a little bit, you still got waterproofing. I will say these things. The one thing I don't like about them is now that I have that level 3 black jacket, or as they call it, the generation 1 or 2, level 3 jacket that goes underneath this, it just sweats up a storm, so be careful. As you can see here, like there, that would be the liner, and then you have a little bar of waterproofing on the inside, and that ends up being about 2 inches. So next I'm going to migrate over to the armpit zippers. They have a flap that covers the zipper, and these are aftermarket paracord tabs because mine came with a, like, I guess ripped up part of this. It was weird, it wasn't this. My last jacket had this kind of black stuff here. It was black nylon webbing, but this had a ripped up fabric, and it was just annoying. So I replaced that with paracord. What I did is took the old one, measured it out to I untied it and then put it flat and pulled paracord to the exact length. Added maybe, I don't know, 5 centimeters more on each. So that's how I came up with that. But it was nice because the old ones, they weren't firm. They moved around and shifted, so you never knew if the knot was going to come undone. So, when it comes to the armpit zippers, these things are massive. You can actually turn this into a vest. So, from there to the end, well, lay you out flat, but okay. From here to the end, it is 15 inches. And you have a YKK zipper. It's pretty big. It's really nice. I don't know if it's waterproof, but it's really nice, like I said. That pretty much goes the entire jacket length. Alright, so that's going over all the major features. On the outside, I believe, and then we'll move to the hood. But just thought I would show you how the inside looks. If you can't see it. Alright, so as you can see here, we have kind of a buttons. These buttons are situated every 4 1/4 all the way down. So they give you plenty of space. And then if you'd only have to take 2 that aren't buttoned if you want to access the pockets on either side. So you can button it up and still access the pockets. But if you see here, this is how the pockets work. They're hidden. You would never know they're there. And then you could open them up. Like so. And then you can access all that. And this is accessible without unzipping the jacket, as you can see. Zippers here, that's there. So as long as you have the storm collar unbuttoned, you can access this zip. And then what I do is I make sure it's unzipped enough, because you don't want to just push it down. You kind of want to snap it so it uniformly snaps in. That's just my technique for that. All right. Now while we're here holding it up, here is the tag. And there will be a tag in the thumbnail of the video. But yeah, I paid $50 for this. It was a replacement for the old one I got. And it was worth it, I'd say. If you can get this for at worst 80 or 75 bucks for free shipping, that's a good deal. You shouldn't pay more than 100, I'd say. 100 if it's in bad condition, or if it's been used, probably 50. This was somewhat new, as you'll see. Right here on the hood, it got bleached or something. I know the lights, but that looks like a light there, but that's not. That's just bleach. As you can see, it goes from there to there. That's the only issue with this jacket. All right, so from there, also on the inside by the tag, you have a hook here, so you can hang this jacket up. That hook is 1 5/8 long. Yeah, so I think I've gone over everything on the outside. Also on the top, since this kind of is weird, it doesn't sit at your neck, it sits at your chin. So you're kind of biting your jacket all the time. So it has this to cover the zipper from your mouth. And that's a pretty nice fabric piece, as you can see. I'll put it on later and show you, but it is 2.5 inches long. So it's pretty nice. And then it's, okay. Now I'm going to do a hood review. So I'm not sure how I want to do this, but let's see. Yeah, we'll just do it here. So you can see here we have the hood. It has a mix between buttons and Velcro, the entire length, and then you have the duckbill. Then on the inside it has a It has an elastic thing that hugs your head around your temple, so a hat kind of feeling. So it's uniformly horizontal the entire length here, from your brow to your back of your head, kind of. So it holds the hood onto your head. You can always cut that off if you just want a saggy hood, but yeah. So when it comes to the Velcro, you are looking at 2 1/8. Then again, you're looking at 3/8 buttons. So if you want to do whatever you want to it, I was always thinking it would be cool to put like some Velcro on the end of paracord, or make a ghillie suit veal by attaching Velcro to the attachment points here, and then let it drape over your face so you can sit in a tree or whatever if you're not using the Ruff. And yeah. And then on there you have a barrel lock. This cinch thing cinches the outside part, so it doesn't cinch the duck hood, it cinches just underneath it. And if you're wondering how far the duck hood protrudes, if it was a normal hood, it would end at the buttons and Velcro, but it protrudes out 4 inches more, so you have a little bit of a snow and rain catcher thing. And because of that, it protrudes more, so yeah, it just protrudes more. Then on the inside, nothing special. You do have a little lip here. I think that's for a hat. I'm not certain what it's for, but because like to catch the bill of a hat, like the old one. But it is 3/4, so. But yeah. In total, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buttons, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of Velcro. And yeah, I think I've gone over most of the features in this, and then I'll put it on. So, yeah, I think I've gone over all the features. And then I'll go over the rest while it's on. So, oh yes, another thing is, if you do have intend on buying this, my last time I bought this was a failure, because you can get people to scam you if you don't check inside here. This will tell you if it's good or not. See here, it says gore seam. That's indicating the seams are good. If not, you're in for a world of pain if you take this out in the rain and ooh. And don't dry it on high. That's another thing I did wrong when I had my first one. But yeah. So, and then if we can flip the hood inside out, this is what I mean. It has elastic that hugs your head, so it centers the hood on your head. So whatever you're doing, yeah, and it's got, I think, 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 or 2 layers on the hood. More layers on the hood, definitely. But I find that it's nice to wear a Polartec PT hat with this. That's just what I run, if you're looking for suggestions. And here's the side profile of the hood. So I'm going to pause the video now, and I'll get the fur ruff, and I'll show you that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've grabbed my Parka ruff. I bought this on eBay for about $7. So this is an extension of the hood. And this is for wind, snow, ice, whatever, so it doesn't go in your face when you use it. So it has the coat hanger wire at the very end here. It's on the very, very end. And then it has fake fur. I don't know what it is, but some sort of fake fur. If you're interested in purchasing one for yourself, yeah, I expect to pay about $7 to $20 for it. And here's what it looks, the tag says. Yeah. It says size small, rough Parka extended cold weather. The NSN number for that is 8415-01-315-9766. And it's 100% nylon cloth. Trim is 52% MODACRYLIC, 35% wool, and 13% polyester. It's made by RALEIGH Clinic for the Blinds Incorporated. And yeah, so, let's see if I can get the. And as you see here, it says launder by hand, shake out water and air dry, or machine launder using warm water, 90 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, in mild powdered laundry detergent. Rinse thoroughly in clean warm water. Note, do not use bleach or starch. Air dry. Warning, do not tumble dry. So that's what the tag says. See if I can get something if you just want to read. Alright, so that's what the Ruff looks like. And these match up perfectly to the hood. I recommend that you get the same size Ruff as you have your jacket, but you can squeam your way using like a medium to small, small to medium, whatever. You would be more likely to be able to get away with it if you use larger for a smaller jacket, so extra large for a large jacket or whatever. I have mine that's exactly the same, and there's a little bit of difference, but nothing too noticeable. So, yeah. So, I'm going to pause the video, put the Ruff on. Actually, I'll show you the first few clicks. So what you do is start on a corner, pull it out, grab your Ruff, make sure you find out where you're going. Go here. And then from there, you would just attach that, and everything else follows suit. So I'm going to pause the video, do that, then I'll put it on. I'll do it. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I've decided to actually wait on the putting on the Ruff, and I'm going to put on the Parka first without any Ruff on, and I'll show you a bunch of turnarounds and whatever. So, here's how this would go on. And then from here you can this you could probably see here. This is what the storm collar. So what you would do is your zipper on the top would go like this, fold it, and then zip it. So that zips up the top. Then you would button it. A little bit of excess material to button, so but that's okay. Then from there, I'll put my hood on. Here's what it looks like without the Ruff. See? Then you can take your arms out, and then what I do is I roll it while it's out, and stuff them. Okay, so now I got kind of a vest, if it's warm or something, or if I'm doing labor, I have to shovel or whatever. if it's only raining and I don't care about my arms. You can take the hood off if you want. Same deal, kind of roll it. Stuff it there. So it's kind of like the Generation 2 in the fact that you can roll everything. And then from there, yeah, there's how the pockets are accessed. And you put your hands in there and warm up. And you have your left bicep pocket. And here's me only undoing 2 buttons to access whatever I need in here. And you could do both sides, as you can see, like so. And as you saw with the measurements, you can fit a lot in this. I'll pause the video and show you some of the more beneficial things I've done. Right, I'm back. Here's a prop handgun, or an airsoft gun, if you will. It's not a real thing, as you can see. So you can fit that in here. If you're a concealed carry permit, don't carry them if you don't have the proper paperwork and all that. That's stupid. I don't condone anything illegal you use with this jacket. I'm not responsible for anything. This is all informative, not go conceal carry a weapon. Especially if your state doesn't allow it. But I found that if you can fit it good like this, you make like a leather clamshell thing, you could prevent this. Like 2 pieces of leather make like a leather pouch and put it here. That will keep all the sharp curves natural and then look like, well, put something else on the other side. So yeah, then you can go here and then, yeah. So that's one thing you can do. That's one of the options if some people just buy these for shooting. So good for them. I personally keep a bunch of food in mine. So like here's a bunch of just granola bars. If I'm skiing, I'll just shove a bunch of granola bars in there. Then then put trash in the other side. So that's what I do with this. Then I can keep maps and whatever. So this is really useful for any occupation. If you're a builder, you can keep blueprints, nails. Really good for anything, really. All right. Yeah. So now, let's see here. Now I'll show you the both sides for this. So here it is slowly from the side. I roll it flat as possible and stuff it under. Like so. Now, this is my vest. Here's 360 of that. And you can have the hood on or not. If you got a lot of movement, this is something not many people know about. I've never seen a video of people doing a vest out of this. So here it is. And you can see, I have to modify it a little bit. Or if you want, you could probably tie the 2 excess cuff parts together in the back so it doesn't come undone. But, no. So that's what that is. You could probably still wear FLC gear over this. I'll test that right now, actually. So this is with the Parka with an FLC fighting load carrier on. So here's my Parka with the Navy SEAL ELCS H harness FLC on. So you can either put this, if you get an extra large size, like if I'm a small and I'm by a medium, you can sometimes fit your FLC underneath this Goretex. But in reality, you just wear a poncho if you have to put Goretex underneath something. So this is with it over. So this sleeve method works well with this. So I've got all my stuff, my mat pouch, which is featured in previous video. Yeah. So that's what this looks like. And along with that, if you get certain ones, you can still access what you have here. And then from this one, you have even more access here. So you've got 2 layers of access, and at the same time, you can still dump this quickly. So that's that. But most of you won't be able to afford the other one because ELCS is rare, so I'll put on the normal FLC that's in DCU, ACU, Coyote Brown, Woodland, all the colors. So I'll be back. All right, I'm back, and I've got the normal FLC on. And this one's kind of designed with this, you'd think, because the rank tab slides underneath the strap, so that's what this looks like. See, it has this fits perfectly under here. So, and depending on what zipper, if you get a zippered one, make sure you adjust it accordingly, especially if you're wearing bulky clothes underneath. But as you can see, you can still and if you got one that has buckles, you should still be able to access your stuff. But yeah, so that would be, this is the FLC with the Goretex Gen 1. So, as you can see, there's a lot of capabilities with this Generation 1 Parka. You can put firearms in it, ammunition, whatever you want in it. So that's that. Now I will pause the video, attach the fur ruff, and I'll show you what benefits you can get if you do that. So I'll be right back. Actually, is the... Okay. All right, I will be right back. All right, I'm back, and I've put on the fur ruff on my parka, and I will show you that. But first of all, I will show you how much farther it extends now. So, with this parka ruff added, we have an extension of 6 1/2 inches extension with this parka added, or ruff added. And that allows you to, so wind doesn't whip your face. So you'll see. And it has a coat hanger so you can form it however you like. Here. It probably takes about 2 minutes to put on the ruff. And I always wear it when it's needed. That's what's nice. You can take it off if you don't need it. Okay. And with this, there's Velcro, there's additional Velcro here, so you can put it like that. And this is as far forward as you can see. Now I have pretty good visibility, and wind is all blown, lessened by this fabric. At the same time, I can put this down. And you can always undo this. You have that hang by your side, but so you can have it on or off. I recommend it on in certain situations, and it's really warm and comfortable. And as you can see, it protrudes pretty far. So my head starts here, where the buttons are, actually a little behind the buttons. So all this is added. So that's how much it is for my face, as you can see. And that can help with wind resistance and other stuff. And I figure while we're here, we'll talk about this. So with the snow collar, you can add it like this. So you have these buttons, you attach them. I would say that this snow collar is about a 32 waist, tension-wise, unless you use the top bungee cords to make it tighter. And then from there, attach it, keep it there. That way snow doesn't ride up your thing, your jacket. And then you can take this, pull it out as far as you need, and tighten it using the knot. So, and then when you're done, you can pull the knot, let it out, and if you're in an emergency, quickly rip it off and dump the jacket. But yeah, overall this was a good parka. Here's how the sleeves work. They are left to right. Some of them are right to left, like the BDU ones I think are right to left. You can really cinch this down on your arms here. And as a small regular, these fit about pretty good actually. Normally I wear small long uniforms, so I got small regular, and these fit perfectly. As for the size, I'm 6 foot tall, so wingspan supposedly 6 foot. So if that helps any. But yeah, it's a nice jacket. You can really get warm in it. And like I said, the ECWCS level 2 generation 1 or 2 is perfect for underneath. As you saw, it has armpit zippers. And so does the jacket. See, the jacket has armpit zippers. Of course, the other ones pull down to there, go from top to bottom to open. These go from bottom to top. So if you wear this and that, you're going to be extremely warm and sweating. And then you can always open and close to dump heat. But, so yeah, this works perfectly with it. And then on top of that, you have the trousers in the system, which, yes, so as you can see here, yeah, that's this. You have armpit zippers, whatever. You can also pull this over like a pullover. But now I will demonstrate the trousers. I'm sorry if this video is getting long. I'm just trying to help people who want to purchase this. So I will go try the trousers now. Alright, I'm back, and I've got a pair of trousers. These trousers I've recently picked up-ish. So this is tag form. I have to move some closer. Here's size small long. Trousers, cold weather, camouflage, Tennessee Apparel Corp. I'll let you read that. If you'd like for a minute, you can pause the video and read it. Alright, so these are basic. There's nothing special about them. They've got pockets to go to your underpants. So your normal BDUs or whatever pants, jeans you have underneath. It's got a barrel lock system as a belt. It has suspension loops here that are made of ribbon. It has the tag. No pockets on the back at all. Just the two pockets there. It has zippers that go up to your kneecaps. So you can put these over your Mickey Mouse boots or whatever. And then it has this. So what I'm going to do is I'll do very, very brief measurements of this in case you're interested. So here's my tape measure. Pause the video while I find my tape measure. Alright, I'm back. And here's take this with a grain of salt. This is size small long, so it may be different for every other size. But in this size particularly, you have 16 7/8 zipper. And that's with this notch here. you have laying flat to flat, 10 inches. You have six and 5/8 Velcro on one side and 1 1/4 on the other, so you can adjust. The pockets are reasonably sized at approximate. You have 7 and 5/8 space to work with one singular snap, no Velcro or anything. And you have access to some, oh yeah, and you have a fly zipper that's pretty long. It is from there to there, 8 and 1/8. And then you have buttons there to keep it on the top. And then you have barrel locks. You have approximately 5 inches of webbing to work with for suspenders. And yeah, that's these trousers. So, along with that, I picked up this. This is an M1951, I believe. In 1950s trousers suspenders. And these work with these. So, I found out that if you take this, you can also layer on. You can have M65s on underneath this. On top of that, you can have these. Then on top of that, you can have those snow pants I did a review on. The improved snow pants with cargo pockets. So I will show you these now. Pulling that back here. And here. So you just put these on. Like so. Zip it up. And with these suspenders, they go behind your back. So they go on like this. I think. Yeah, something like that. Or no, the other way. Upside down. So, go on like this. Yes. So these take a while to get used to, but once they're on. Okay. Yes, once these are on, find that loop here, and you can attach these suspenders. And there's enough space stacked up on the suspenders that you can add multiple items of clothing that require the same set of suspenders. So then from here, these do that. You can button those down, access the pockets underneath. It is kind of hard, especially if they're lower pockets. Just snags right here, but they're nice pocket covers overall. And you adjust the waist as needed. I don't need any, except maybe a little bit. And then you can put on your new top. And after that, you can put on whatever else you want underneath, like those the entire level 1, 2, 3, whatever temperature wise you need. And from there you can put on your jacket. Now I'm set up with the whole Goretex system. Then I can wear Mickey Mouse boots and the mittens I showed in the previous video. Extreme cold weather mittens, and I'll be set. And then a polo tech hat. Of course, I'll take this off and do a 360 with trousers. So, from here, of course this is a little high, but I have this adjusted to something else. And then you can always put on snow camouflage trousers over this, since you have a lot of room here. You've got about, I don't know, whole inch of space to stack webbing to hold for suspenders, so you can put, like I said, M65s, these Goretex, then your snow camo, and just keep going. So that is my review of the USGI Generation 1 system, Goretex system. This is an updated video of my old one because my old one was poorly made, but I will keep it on there. So be sure to check out my other video where I do a Generation 2. So that is current generation, but in woodland. And that has a bunch of stuff removed and some stuff added. And it's a nice video, so check that out. Anyway, thank you for watching and bearing with me while I go over this. I just like to go very in depth so people who are looking to purchase this seriously have a bunch of measurements they can take if they want to see what stuff fits and stuff. So thank you for sticking with me. Please consider subscribing because it takes a long time to make these videos and come up with the ideas and purchase stuff. And then after that, I do a video, sometimes I get rid of it so I can get new stuff to show on videos. So subscribing would definitely help. If you want to email me, you can email me at wolfoutdoorreview@gmail.com if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to privately ask me something about a video, or like, oh, what's the diameter of the level 7 wrist cuff? Or, just email me any questions, and if you want to leave a public comment, go for it. Definitely worth it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.